Yeah, just put the post the link over there on the right-hand side on the chat when you got it through, so we could just put that through.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
All right.
You put the link over there?
We are live. Just
You have the link there?
Not yet.
Chat.
Should put it through the. It should go right through the chat. The link.
You look clueless.
Yeah. Look what? There it is.
Ah, there we go.
Cool.
I'll post this through my the Twitter.
All right, and I'll just make sure to retweet it.
All right, let's see. Let's get this through.
So it's the thing live
all right,
now.
guys. All right, guys. What I wanted to just start off with. This is obviously Hurricane. Oh, let me. All right. Yeah, it'll echo. Okay. Or what I wanted to start with, guys, with just say first of all, welcome. This is Hurricane 43, or better known as Andrew. Just wanted to say welcome to the Hangout, Watchdogs Hangout. Thanks for everybody for joining. Especially thank you for Nick for joining on his day off. We really appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time. And spending some time with us, because I think it's really important to, have everybody together at certain points and times, and looking forward to the release obviously coming up in shortly here.
Oh yeah, pretty shortly.
So Nick, just to start off with, the biggest question we want to know is how does that mocap suit feel? How does that feel? That mocap suit.
It's pretty tight. As you can see in the video, it's not super flattering, but it was just a stunt. I don't want to disappoint anyone there, but I put the suit just to do the little ending of the video. I was never mocapped. The little the light bulbs or something, the light bulb looking things that are on the suit were just put there randomly just to make it feel real. But yeah, no, it does feel good though. I got to spend 2 days at the mocap studio, and it's just fantastic to see those guys work. So
that's what I was just saying, Nick. Well, like when you're watching those guys and you're there for the duration of the day, like how is the intensity of the mocap sessions itself? Like how does the interaction between the actors and stuff, how does it feel?
Well, like I said, I was there for 2 days, and the first day I was there was to do, they were doing some cutscenes. So it felt like, I don't know if you guys listened to the podcast that I did with Colin and Lars, but what they talk about is, what Lars talks about at one point is they actually built a set. And it really feels like you're on a movie set, except you're in what they call the volume, where they shoot the mocap. So that was the first day. So first day I was there, it's just like they're rehearsing a scene, and the actors that play Noam that plays Aiden is there, and he's just rehearsing his scene, and he's like getting his marks and everything, and he just does his scene. So it really feels like they're shooting a movie. The next day I was there is when I shot the most parts of the video. They're doing stunts, and when there's doing stunts, the intensity is amazing. You get tired just watching them go, and at one point I don't know if it made it in the video or didn't. Yeah, Kevin, not Kevin, but Colin talks about Sebastian being such an athletic guy.
Yeah, right.
That guy could just go for hours and hours without taking a break. He's so good that you could just watch him go, and he's just like, all right, you want to do what do you want to do? Jumps? You want me to jump? You want me to fight? You want me? And then they just go at it, and they've got their checklist and just going, all right, so we got this move, this move, this move. Let's just do these next scenes, and then they just go at it. It's super cool to see.
So I mean, like Sebastian himself, I mean, he's been doing it, I'm sure, for quite some time. And you guys, to get him to do all that kind of work and everything, professionally wise.
I think so. It was the first time I was seeing him. I had never met him before. I had heard of him, but I never met him, and yeah, I think he's been working for quite a while. I think if you check his IMDb page, he's been working on a lot of Ubisoft games. So let me check if I can't just.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that segment where Colin was talking about, the hands in the pocket, how everybody picked up on that, Kotaku and everybody.
I know. For a while I was trying to get hashtag hands in pocket going, but I guess it didn't pick up.
But I mean, just something that's, we say simple, something like that, how it just, takes so much time to do and everything. We don't see it from the inside like how you guys do in the mocap sessions, and how it's how much time's probably put into just one animation in the game.
Exactly. I know it's about the little things, and I think this team has been able to capture most of the little things very, very, like in a very good way, and that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see, basically, because you don't need my help to find the latest trailer or find the latest info about the game, especially you guys, because I know you guys are just yeah, I mean, if I look at the forums, and sometimes I learn about stuff. So
yeah, we'll find it. Yeah, we'll find
exactly. So I mean, you guys are like the crack team of detectives when it comes to finding a new screenshot or a new trailer or anything, even stuff I haven't seen. So my job basically is trying to get you things that traditionally you wouldn't be able to see. So that's
right.
why I do. That's why I do the podcast with members of the team that you don't always. You don't always hear about. You hear about the big things and the big lines and the big stories, but you don't always hear about, let's say, story stuff and sound. Sound was, I think, was one of my favorites, because I learned so much stuff doing that.
By the way, Nick. Okay, so.
Yeah.
You even got a compliment of IGN that the sound was amazing.
The sound.
Yeah, there was an interview, or sort of an interview, at the IGN website.
Yeah.
They were in a session on a computer show, and they gave you the compliment that the sound was really amazing. They didn't say anything else, but they said, well, the sound, all the little details. They said, well, this game is about the details.
Yeah, well, it is definitely. I'm just looking at your link here. Yeah, see, I hadn't even seen this, so thanks for that. I'll make sure to watch it. But yeah, details, the amount of details that every single team in the game has been able to capture so far, for me, has been amazing, I think, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was listening to last night, Nick, that the third podcast you did with Colin and the animation team, the sounds, but also the immersion, like in these open world games, like it's so much of a lot of stuff's been done. We know it's always going to get compared to different games and stuff, but how Colin was saying was 1/3 of the budget was just for the living world. Like, those are those little details that I love to, see and feel when you're inside the city. So if you could give all of us a little bit of some things that you've seen maybe while playing the game, those little different, animations and stuff.
Oh boy, to be quite honest, I don't think I've been paying that much attention, like keeping track of stuff. But wow, you're asking me. Oh man, I wish I had time to.
He was saying he was saying, like, how you'll have the people just getting up and putting a coffee cup in the garbage, or
there's stuff like that happens all the time. And
the saxophone guy, the guy playing the drums sitting down, it's like really Chicago, like you guys spent so much time there.
To be quite honest, though, I don't think I've ever seen the guy playing the drums, and I think that's the beauty of it. And you know what? The problem with that game is, and it's because the world is so vast and fun to walk in, that sometimes you'll just lose so much time just walking around. And,
yeah, that's what I want to know. Yeah, like that.
See, and exactly, and that's the kind of stuff I enjoy usually.
Right.
let's see, in other open world games, I played tons of Skyrim. I don't know if you guys did, but
Yeah.
like for me, Skyrim was another great example of that, where you could just walk around and see stuff happening. And sometimes it'll end up being a mission. Sometimes it'll be just little things that happen, and you witnessed. And that's that makes my session of gaming complete when I'm able to do something like that.
Right. So I mean, that was something that the team, I mean, you guys really put a lot of effort into, as far as like just that little those immersion, the sounds, the living, breathing world. Like it's something you can't show in a gameplay or even a hands-on. It's really like when you get your hands on it the first time, you'll be able to.
Exactly. That's like, exactly.
You can't show that. Yeah, you can't show that in the trailer.
I mean, you could, but it wouldn't make a very interesting trailer. I mean,
right.
It's just
for
like,
me it would.
Yeah, for you it would, but I mean,
I know.
You know how game trailers are usually. It almost looked like a blockbuster movie trailer.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you want to see the action, you want to see the stuff you're going to be able to do with the character, and I think that's why the whole team has been trying to hit that point very carefully, saying yes, you're gonna have awesome missions, you're gonna be able to hack stuff and drive and shoot and stuff like that. Yes, but don't forget that living city part. And there's so many people that are working so hard on that, and I think they're just doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, just like the example of when you got the E3 2012. In the first scene, you see Aiden in the sun setting in front of him, and he's walking down the street, and the camera pans back, and you got the wind blowing, the garbage on the ground, the people are talking, one lady's cleaning the table, like stuff like that. It looks like so much has been put into that.
Yeah. Definitely, it's details. I mean, we can't say too much. It's all about details.
Yeah.
So
when you mentioned then you walk on the street and like everything is so realistic, when you said you didn't even realize it, and that's what I found good at video games, when you really don't see it as a video game, you just like get sucked in it, and like you're in the middle of the city.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens. I'm supposed to be playing the game just to get the feel of it and know it well, and that's what I do most of the day, is just walk around in our rendition of Chicago and just get lost. And I was like, hey, I've never been here. Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
Right.
And,
by the way, talking about the city, how big is this? Like,
it's difficult to quantify it. I don't have the number. I don't even know. Hey, we got a new webcam guy. Hello. I don't even have a number, and I wouldn't even know how to basically quantify it. Is it like?
But if you could like compare it to a game map, what would it be?
That's so tough to say.
It's super tough to say. I mean, it feels big. Is what I can say. I mean, and you have different neighborhoods, and all of them feel different, and the sounds are different, and the look is different, and and you have to drive a while to get from one to the other. So I mean, there's way for you to get lost in any of those neighborhoods. So I mean, it's pretty big. As far as square kilometers go, I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I mean, I've been playing it for a while. I haven't explored the whole map yet, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, and another question is like, this city is surrounded by sea, or is like mountains?
Well, there's a lake, right? There's Chicago is by the Great Lakes, so there's that. I haven't seen like Rocky Mountains or anything, but they're not. I mean, it wouldn't be geographically faithful to the city. I mean, there might be some mountains, but I'm not sure if like I've seen any of it. I'm usually a city kind of guy, so I stay in the city side. But there's outside of city.
Yeah, and another question that I think is my last is about the countryside. Some people that have said that there's a countryside, but we have not seen like nothing.
Yeah, I know. I always see those questions about the countryside, and I'm always wondering what you guys are talking about. Are you really talking about farms or?
No, it's like a plain with trees. No. I
Well,
saw
there
in
are
Like dirt.
there's dirt. Yeah, there are some areas that are more open than the big city. I'll say that. I mean, there's, of course, like the whole team has been trying to really hit the living city as
Right.
in the best way possible. So they're not going to send you.
What am I going to
hiking.
hack in the
Well,
desert?
exactly.
A cactus.
Exactly. I mean, there's not much gameplay. There's not a lot of gameplay opportunities in a field. I mean, you can't hack a goat. So
Right.
So
don't get us started on the animals. So there's no dogs in this game. Oh gee, here we go.
Awesome, huh?
There's
Probably
some
it's more like an area where you have a lot of villas and that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, an area where
There are a lot of big houses, a rich area with
well,
villas.
there's that. There's, like I said, there's city and there's outside of city also more like suburbs. If you want-
that's what I meant to. That's what I meant to say.
Suburbs there are. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at that,
Like
Watch
a
Dogs.
large part of the map or minor?
I wouldn't say minor. No, I mean every part that you can go in the game has something to do. I mean, there's no dead areas or yeah.
Right, and it was-
Talking about things to do, about side missions. What
Yes.
can we expect from similarity between story missions and side missions, and like how we will integrate new hacks in them?
Like there's going to be a lot of side missions. I can't talk to you about most of them because this is online now. And
No, it isn't. No, it's just us. No.
No.
nobody's here.
I see on air.
Look
I
at
see,
dude, his boss is already calling him like, shh, don't say nothing, man.
no, I see on air in the corner right there. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, there's if you're looking for variety, you'll have variety. That's what I can tell you, and all sorts of variety. So yeah.
That's cool.
They were talking about contracts, and that has to do also with the side missions. Can you tell us how do you get those contracts? Is that something on your phone, or is that a man that walks to you, or do you have to go to a place, or can you talk
Well, there's a bit of both on that side. I mean, there's of course there's stuff that you're going to have to talk directly to people, and there's so many actors in the story that give you different stuff to do, the various missions and contracts, like you said. There's I'm trying to think of. Yeah, no, you haven't seen anything like that yet. But like I say, I can't. I can't go too much into details, and yeah.
Yeah, we like this guy with the underground car contact I was reading about today. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, well, that's going to be a way for you to drive and try every single car available in the game. So yeah. Where'd you read that?
It was who posted it Friday.
Saints Row.
I'm sorry.
What? I think Friday posted it.
No, I didn't.
No. Who posted it Friday? Somebody posted it. I don't know if
I
it was.
think Mortal Saw or something like that.
I think it was AUS Gamers on the forum. We posted it.
Okay.
About how they were talking about in the interview. I don't know if it was Dominic or Jonathan or whatever, but like how each car you drive, you get the information and send it to this underground car contact guy.
Yep. Yeah. And then it's available for you whenever.
So you could just call him up and he'll drop it off. There you go.
Exactly. Car service, VIP
Car
stuff.
service.
On
So who else can you
gamers.com.
call actually to come help you?
So I can't tell you that now. I'm sorry.
Jordy is the guy to clean every mess you make, or something like that.
I couldn't really hear your question. Your audio is going like this.
I was saying that on the official site it says that Jordi is your man to call when you created a mess and he can clean it
Yeah.
up. Something like that.
Yeah, he'll help you out. I can't. Then again, man, I can't spoil everything for you. That's the problem. I mean,
save it. We got 30 days. Don't spoil it now.
Exactly. I mean,
Jeez.
you guys
Alright,
have
man.
waited so long that right now we're 30 days away. We're just a month away, short month away, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. You'll
So
see.
we heard about we found the safe house, a little picture there of a safe house that looked like when he was driving over the bridge, and then now we heard about today about these hideouts that Aiden will have in the different parts of the city. So looks like we'll have more than one place to hunker down, Nick.
Yeah, looks like. I mean, I can't hide anything from you anymore. So.
Right. So
you
these
guys
little
find it all.
so these little hunker down places, hopefully they'll just not be a little door you open up and have some little treats inside, I would think.
Oh, there's so many treats around that game. So yeah, I'm not worried.
The little treats inside the house or so, maybe some camera surveillances where Aiden could look out into the world, or
I'm not saying anything. I don't know.
Which would be pretty cool. So that's cool.
What about you guys? What are you guys looking for the most in the game? Like, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
Profiling.
Profiling, eh? Stealing people's bank accounts, money, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing that I would cast. It's like there's no weapon and car customization. So what we are going to do with the money? Like,
oh, don't worry about it. You'll find stuff to do with the money.
And speaking about money, when you can actually hack any ATM machine, how his economy is gonna be represented? Like, you get free money, and what would you do with it?
What do you do with the money?
No, I mean when you get all the time free money to like hack bank accounts, how much money really worth?
Well, it depends. It usually depends on the person that you hack it from. So someone that has a lot of money in their bank account, you're going to be able to withdraw more. So
if you go to the Wards District, I don't think you're going to be having a lot of people making $1 million. Oh, it's typical how it is, the inner city or
exactly.
the suburbs, stuff like that.
Unless you rob a drug dealer.
Usually they don't have bank accounts.
Well, then.
Friday, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
Friday, what are you looking forward to?
The whole hacking thing, that you can hack everything. Yeah, the money is quite exciting, I think. You can get all the money you want.
Yeah.
So I remember a question that I was going to make. It's like the control center in the the last video they showed, where they showed the control center that you need to go in and like install a backdoor virus.
Yeah.
So in the beginning they say that you can't access the profiles of the people in the street because you haven't unlocked the central.
Right.
But when you enter the control center, like you got all your abilities, like you are able to profile the guards, like access the cameras.
Well, I mean, think of it as a closed circuit. I mean, these guys are CTOS employees, right? So they're probably not on the same network as regular people. So yeah.
So Nick, with those encampments, like they're spread out obviously like throughout the world and everything.
Yeah.
And infiltrate them whichever way you want to go, guns blazing, and you want to go in stealthily and stuff. And then that takes over that specific district where you could profile all the people.
Yep.
And opens up the Wi-Fi hotspots into the interiors of people.
Yep. Once you get access to that, you're free to go in that district. You're free to hack all the things.
What happens to those encampments afterwards?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever revisited one.
Wonder if they like like that whole Far Cry thing, Far Cry 3, whatever, they respawn, like everybody like that was a big thing, everybody wanted the camps to respawn, so that was one of the things I was wondering.
That did happen, I think, once a couple of weeks maybe after the game launched, you were able to reset the camps, right?
Yeah, they updated. Yeah, they updated it. And then...
So to be quite honest, I don't think I've ever revisited one on purpose, so I couldn't tell you that. I don't know, but I mean, you'll let me know once, or maybe I'll just go check it out. But you can let me know once the game comes out.
Get them to respawn. Get some, gangs in there, and so we could have fun again with them.
Could add some extra action, but I don't know. I'll have to check.
Well, it'll be a good option, I guess, right? If you want to go back to it and do it over again stealthily or what have you. So I mean, it's just another option maybe for the player.
I'll check. I'll have to check.
Cool.
But you don't need to hack those CTOS data centers to walk around the city, right? I mean, you can go everywhere.
You can go everywhere, but once you've hacked it is when you get the real info, right? Is when you get access to all the people's phones, and you get access to the security camera, the hotspots, and everything. So this is basically when you start having fun. For me, is once that camp is being cleared, you're free to go. You have all the hacks that you have access to are available, and you can do pretty much whatever you want. So you really have the control of the city once you've done that.
So Nick, how much? I mean, so much work went into like the NPCs, like the names, the job database, the occupation, like in all the different districts. Like, I mean, they were saying like how many different lines of dialogue there are. I don't know, what the number is or what have you. But just how, explain to us like how in detail that is with the game.
I don't really have the exact number, and I don't even think that the writers had it the last time I talked to them. But what I could tell you is there were a staff of, was it 5 or 6 writers full time that were writing just that.
Wow.
On top of every dialogue and everything. But I mean, those profiles do take. It's not like you could just generate them randomly, right? Someone had to write them, and it's just like from day in day out. There's just a team of writers that were working on that and just trying to come up with the most compelling and the most original stuff. Of course, there's going to be regular stuff in there. There's going to be stuff where you're going to go, oh, that guy is just he collects I don't know, old stamps, but within the irregular, you have to have some regular stuff also, and I think that's the beauty of a game. But as far as number, seriously, I have no idea.
No, yeah, I'm sure it's thousands. But I mean, like, as sure as like you guys have your own system, like to randomly generate all these names and change them up, and because people are afraid, like, oh, I might see the same person, like, I mean, not that you're going to remember everything.
Oh wow!
It switches up probably, I would think, like.
It does. I mean, I've played a lot of it so far, and I can't say I've ever profiled the same person twice. I mean, I probably did.
On the podcast, you won't see the same line again.
Yeah, I mean, I probably did at some point, but it was too few and far between that I would never notice it. And I have a pretty good memory, so that's something I wouldn't be too afraid about. It's not like it's not like the older games where you're gonna hear the same line of dialogue like every single time wherever you pass by someone and they say, I don't know, something, hey, how's it going? And then 2 minutes later you hear the same, hey, how's it going? It's not gonna be anything like that.
And that is awesome.
Yeah. That's what makes You were saying?
Part of the living city.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what another thing is like the reputation system. Like when you go to a gun store and the gun shopper saw you in the TV, like he called the police. But by the way, if you like pass through a cop and he saw you, will he recognize you or like nothing happens?
Well, there's gonna. You guys and your questions. There's. I mean, sometimes they will. Don't worry about that. It's not going to happen at all, and I think it's pretty much like real life. If you'd be let's say a convicted felon, you might get lucky and pass by a cop, and he won't recognize you. But sometimes you won't be that lucky. So that's again something that's part of the realism of the thing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We also got some information about. We also
Uh,
got some information about the tablets, where you can upgrade all your helicopter, and you could put some get some points and buy some extra stuff. Is it only for Android and iOS, or will there also be a Windows version?
Oh, wow. I know for sure Android and iOS. As for Windows, like the Windows tablet and Windows Phone, it's a good question. I'll have to check that. Let me just. I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's something I could verify once I get to the office, because as you could probably see, I'm not in my office right now. I'm at home.
So Nick, about those PC specs, buddy.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What's the hashtag I was using?
What are those PC specs going to be? There's so many rumors going around. What's the official word on them, man?
It's the only thing I don't have them. The only thing I can tell you is Ubisoft is going to make is going to release the official PC specs, but I do not have them.
Right. You don't need 2 Titans and 5 computers to run the game.
No.
No, I know.
I'm very happy about that.
Friday, you got a 770. You're all right.
Yeah.
Are you guys all PC players? Are you all gonna play it on PC?
PC Master Race.
Nah.
No.
Not me. I'll be PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
That will be good. I will be in the ultra settings.
But I'll be making you jealous all weekend, Razor.
Don't worry.
I got all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday till you get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Don't start competing about this stuff.
Yeah, you'll have a couple thousand tweets before, Razor. So yeah, no, that's a good thing, Nick. Like, as far going back to the NPCs, like, it's just so different in this game, whereas like other open world games, and like you'll have like the information with the NPCs. I think it just makes it that much more immersive and stuff, as far as like having that information to make you feel for maybe that person, like in all those random events or whatever systemic events and stuff. You're gonna have so much background on somebody.
Exactly, and I think most of the time it's gonna either cancel or justify your actions. And I think that's super cool. Or if you don't cancel it, at least you're going to feel bad about it.
Right.
So another question about the multiplayer. We've seen at D3 you showed like when someone goes into your game and like starts downloading data from you.
Yeah.
Then you turn on something you call the grid, and then something happens and suddenly you're in his game. So can you explain how that happens? How you relocate?
Well, exactly how it happens, I think you might have not misunderstood, but mixed two together. Basically, the way it works is the first thing you mentioned, I think, if I understood correctly, is when people start kind of hacking you in your game, and that's all seamless. So there's people that are going to be able to jump in your game and start messing with you, basically. So you might be just walking around and looking for something to do, and at one point you'll realize, hey, someone's hacking me, and you're going to have to find them and deal with them. That's the first part. The second part you were saying about you going to their game, that's pretty much the counterpart of what I just explained. So basically, you don't have to always be hacked. You can be the hacker. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, but when someone hacks you and then runs away or you kill him, then you open the grid and you relocate.
Yeah, you're basically trying to get back at the person. So after you find him or you don't find him, you could just go, all right, you know what? You tried to hack my game. I'm gonna get you, and then you retaliate that way.
And let's say there is also a timer then that you need to hack him for a certain time, and then, but let's say that somebody is hacking me and I can't find him, and it is only 5 seconds left, and I disable my network card. What happens then?
Oh wow, that's not very nice now, is it?
No, there are people in this world that are not nice.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think maybe it's something that was tested at some point by people that work on the game. It's not something that I experienced, so I'd have to say I don't know what's going to happen.
Nick, how would you say Go ahead, Leonardo.
What about free roam? Is there going to be free roam multiplayer?
Well, explain what you mean by free roam multiplayer.
You and your friends going out in the city, like doing contracts.
You mean like more co-op?
Not about co-op, like free.
Oh, just free roam multiplayer? I have not seen that. I doubt it, but I can't confirm.
What are those other multiplayer modes?
Oh well, now I can't name them all.
You're sticking to fifth.
I can't name them all. I'm sorry. I know them, but I can't name them all, or else
no, right. I mean,
ruin the surprise for.
There's gonna.
Which means there are.
Yeah, there's other stuff.
Well, they said. I guess Dominic was saying there were other ones, so that'll be a nice surprise. So that's cool. Yeah. That's good. Nick, what about as far as the the driving, like in these games, like there's so much diversity in the driving with the games. Like some people like arcadey, some people like it heavy, a mix of both. Like how would you feel like you playing? Like what would you compare it to? Like what kind of driving was it's hard to see from the videos, and it's hard to even probably explain it until you get your hands on it.
Yeah, it is. Like I'm not a super big driving game kind of guy. And the main reason why I don't play that many driving games is because I'm super bad at it. But I can tell you that from the cars I've driven in the game, you feel the difference.
Okay.
I wouldn't. There's a clear difference between different kind of cars. And I wouldn't go as far as to say it's arcadey kind of driving. It's more. I think it keeps in the same feel as the game. I mean, the game is not arcadey, so we don't. As soon as you get into a car, it doesn't there's not like lights and everything popping up. I mean, the driving goes with the game. Like
the dump truck's not going to be like the $1 million sports car or whatever. I mean, it's going to there'll be a diversity in how it's going to be handling and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
And that was Ubisoft Reflections who worked on like pretty much cars and stuff, or was that just? I thought I had read like Reflections worked on the cars.
Ubisoft Reflections that worked on what exactly?
On the cars itself, input from the cars.
I don't know exactly who or which team did exactly what. I don't have that level of details, but I know a lot of the driving has been done in Montreal because I have friends that are game designers and that the job is to design like the driving mechanisms. So I think it's a collaboration on a lot of things. There's not.
And you have a lot of teams working on it, right?
Oh yeah, so many people, so many good people.
So when we're talking about driving, how about radio stations?
Yeah.
When we're talking about driving, how about radio stations?
Yeah, radio stations. Yeah, there's a clear difference between between different kind of cars, and I wouldn't go as far as to say it's arcadey. So basically, you don't have to always be hacked. You can be the hacker.
So when we're talking about driving, how about radio stations?
Would it, like,
that'll be in game.
that'll be, yep, driving, music, radio stations, it's all good.
What about the live stations?
Did I hear live stations? I don't know. I usually I'm the kind of guy that listens to them, and maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but I listen to a lot of music while working, and I don't turn it off when I start playing the game. So I'd be the wrong person to answer that.
Right. So there's different genres, I guess, like
Oh
music
yeah.
that
Definitely.
we'll be hearing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So we should be getting some info. I would think official news pretty, shortly, as far as the music, soundtracks, etc.
Yeah, soon. Hashtag.
No, let's not go there.
But yeah, I mean, you guys do understand that if it were up to me, I'd tell you everything, right?
No, without a doubt.
But
yeah, we know.
it's I'm not the big decider of a lot of things, so.
But I like, and I also like with the music, Nick. I guess how you can go by, different coffee shops or shops and stuff, and you can tag like the song onto your phone or whatever, like hack the speakers and stuff and change it.
Yeah. That's part of the gameplay where you can.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. That's I think it was shown in videos and everything, and whatever you saw in that video is exactly how it's going to be.
What about a prologue? You
What?
have a prologue, like an intro.
Well, there's an intro.
Something happened to Aiden's family, so.
Oh, that's a big spoiler. That's
We're gonna. Are we gonna start out in North Belfast as Aiden, like a teenager? No.
I haven't been in Ireland. No.
No.
But no, that's a big spoiler, buddy. I can't. Yeah. I don't know who's watching.
Everybody.
All right. What about the time in the game? How fast is the time going?
Oh, well, it's not real time. Yeah, there's day and night cycle, exactly, but how long does one last? I have no idea. It feels good though.
I mean, it does feel it doesn't feel too quick though, Nick. I guess it takes some time for the sun to come up, sun to go down, and
exactly. I mean, it's something that's been done before in other games, so I mean, it's not. I don't think it's super.
3 minutes or something, an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
What about like the weather, Nick? The weather, Nick, as far as like the one video we saw when he comes out of the I guess pawn shop, and you see the rain coming down. Like as far as like I guess next gen PC and stuff, they'll be able to push that kind of stuff further. Like, what kind of weather like will we be able to see as far as like just add to the city and stuff? What will we expect?
Well, I mean, you already saw the rain, like you said. Is there other?
Yeah, I mean, if you like really, it definitely gives it that kind of different feel, right? As far as sunny day, obviously, but
definitely,
puddles and stuff will form, perhaps, and all that.
Yeah, most definitely you'll see puddles and you'll see stuff like that, but it's not something I pay attention to that much. And for me, it just feels very good. So
right, like you have your own system though, right? For that, that's the wind and weather system, I guess.
There's people that are working on that, but I wouldn't try it and go into details for that because they probably just slap me upside the head and just go, nope, you got it wrong.
Right.
Hey,
so perhaps
any view different in the views between day and night, like bars, homeless people straying in the park, or something.
I think I heard two words from that question. and it's homeless in the park. So I'm sorry, I have no idea what you just said. There's audio is breaking, so.
About different views between day and night.
You mean if you're gonna see
open?
Oh, like if you're gonna see different people depending if you're day or night? Is that your question?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, again, it's not something I pay that much attention, but for me it felt good. Like I can't confirm you. It's night, so obviously you're gonna see these kind of people. But for me, it felt right. Like there was never anything out of place whether it was day or night or morning or evening or anything. So I think it's something you're gonna have to see for yourself. But for me it feels just right.
Perhaps we can get some white fluffy stuff in Chicago, which happens occasionally.
Oh,
in
really?
Wintertime?
I've never been to Chicago in wintertime. I know where I live.
Yeah,
there's a lot of snow.
They get tons of snow. So maybe an emission or free roam, maybe that'll happen.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I read somewhere that there isn't gonna be snow.
No, there's not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, I hate to cut this short here, but I'm gonna have to call back my girlfriend who's been calling over and over since we started. So I'm gonna have to cut this short. And if ever you want to do another 45 minutes to an hour like that, just let me know.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Tomorrow is good. Yeah, maybe not. Give me a week at least. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nick. We really greatly appreciate
And what about?
it. Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure to chat with you guys.
Thank you. And get Jonathan. Tell Jonathan he's welcome anytime. Dominic's welcome anytime. Colin, Kevin,
definitely,
whoever. Anybody is welcome, and we support you guys. WatchDogsForum.net.
Yep.
And, we really
and
thank you so much.
I'll promise I'll try and stop a bit more often on the forums. I do read them, but I rarely post, and I should be posting more.
Yeah.
You're not even an ultimate hacker yet. What the hell, man?
Oh man, I'm sorry. So bad. This is my new goal right now. Make it ultimate hacker.
Yeah.
All good?
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm just gonna end the broadcast here.
Okay.
Yeah, great.